Hi everyone, this is something that we all have to go through when we're tiling. As recommended, I started not from the base, the floor, but I've started from a level platform, one tile up, to make it level and made everything plumb right up to the top. So now the roof is slightly curved, which is not straight. So I want to get the tiles perfectly cut so that the space is perfectly set between the top. So I tried to think of various ways to do this. I looked for methods, but I couldn't find any. So what I figured out is, I use masking tape to mark tiles. It's very convenient. You take your tile, you know which way it's oriented, and you flip it like that. So that's the top, flip it like that. And then you place it against the position to finally rest in. So what you do is you put a spacer. You can see the tile is upside down. Well, you can't see that, but then it's upside down. You take a spacer that's twice the size of your spacers that you're using. That's because it has to account for the space up here and the space down here. So what you do now is mark the position you're meant to cut, and that is level with the tile, the tile below. Now, one important thing is if your edges are rounded, the edge of the tile is not really the position you're meant to cut. It should be, the highest point of the tile should be maybe around the middle. So just make sure you're marking at the highest point of this bottom tile, because that's where your spacer is going to rest against. So I love to use masking tape. Now take a piece of masking tape and put it in a position that's long enough to wrap around the tile and place it where the top of the bottom tile is level with this tile. So a little bit of, you can't see what I'm doing. So you put it like that, and you make sure this piece of tape is level with the bottom tile, because you're going to wrap it around. So move the spacer over to this side and do the same for this side as well. So I move the spacer across, and I've also done the same thing and placed my masking tape over there. So I'm going to take my tile and I'm going to flip it like this. So I'm going to cut it at the top. In order to do that, I need to wrap these pieces of masking tape over. Just wrap them. What we have to do is cut a line from this edge to this edge. So you might be asking, why don't we just put the tile like this and measure the bottom? Well, the reason is I don't want to cut at the bottom, and another reason is this tile will end up well, if the ceiling is not straight, the tile may end up at an angle. These edges will not be perpendicular. So by keeping the bottom uncut, we maintain that perpendicular edge over here, and this one up here will be slanted. And one thing I'd highly recommend, before you start using your final tile for your job, you take some sample tiles and try cutting using this method, just in case there's some adjustments you need to make to the method. You might need to use a slightly larger spacer, or maybe there's a curvature to the tile that you didn't take account of. That way your final tile is not messed up. So I marked the outer edge of the masking tape. I can see that my blade is aligned with that end. And if I push this, I see the blade is also aligned with this end of the masking tape. I need to push it a little bit more. It needs slight adjustments. Let me do that. So the edges are now aligned. If you have a table saw, just draw the line from that end to this end, as you normally would do for any other tile that you need to cut at an angle. This one's got a very stable table saw and very grippy table, so I'll just hold it while I cut it. it down. So I'm going to take 2 spacers. Now these spacers are the proper size one that I'll be using in my final install, and they are half the size of the spacer that I use to measure the space that I need. So I'm going to go ahead, place the tile in, put my spacers in. So there, perfect. I got the perfect space between the top and the bottom. So if this video has been useful to you, please give me a like, and thanks for watching.